Hello mate, so like I said, I'm going to talk about the PR-24, Monadnock PR-24, or as it's most commonly known, the side handle baton. Very little difference between this and your traditional Japanese tonfa that you get from Japanese martial arts. A little bit of a length difference, if you can see there, of a few inches, okay, but very little difference. Legality wise, I don't know how, whether it's legal to own a PR-24 for civilians in the US. I'd imagine it is. It's legal in the UK, but if not, then obviously you can always use the tonfa as a practicing martial arts exponent. So I just want to talk about some of the techniques that I favour, and I like this weapon for home defence personally. I think it rates above other batons, especially for striking in close confines like doorways, hallways. You know, I reckon you can do a lot more with the PR-24 than you can an extendable baton or friction lock baton, or just a long-handled baton. These I think are more versatile, and I just like them basically. So I'm just going to talk about a few strikes, some that I favour, some that I don't, and the reasons for that. But I can't show you any sort of locks or techniques or takedowns, obviously, because I'm on my own this evening. So yeah, okay, so we'll get started. I'm going to take the idea that this is going to be within my house. So if I was going to use this as a personal defence weapon, these would be the sort of things that I'd be looking to use. That's my your standard grip. Obviously you take the handle with the long shaft of the baton running down the forearm. Okay. You see a lot of like police and as we were taught in the prison service, we have it down here. I like to have it from this position, okay, because I can always go to that position, no problems at all. But from here, then I'm striking, and I'll happily punch with this baton, no problem at all. You may get the odd slight twisting of the baton as the baton strikes. It's harder obviously to hit the face because these things tend to slide off cheekbones, jaws, foreheads, etc., etc. So if you are going to strike, you can always strike solar plexus. That would be the diaphragm region. They'd be the areas I'd be looking to strike. But I personally have no problems in striking the face at all. So I'll just demonstrate the standard punch on Bob with the handle in this, or baton in this grip. It does put a bit of pressure through the wrist, so it has to be a really firm grip, and we will get some wobble in it as the baton strikes. But hey, it's going to be worse on his end. The next strike that I like to use is to the midsection, and from here I will use it as a short, reinforced grip like this, and I use it in a jabbing motion, real short, real sharp. I'm using my body weight to generate this power. Let's move Bob over here a little bit. There we go. So again, I'm looking for the solar plexus or the diaphragm. This extra grip, the reinforced grip, allows me to deliver a lot more force. That would definitely put somebody down. The next grip we have is the long extended grip. Not one that I favour very often. It has its place. I really like the idea of having something running down here, like this, because I find that quite reassuring that it's stable here. When it's down here, I have a very, very little handle here to run against my forearm, and I find that this makes it rather unstable. The only way that you do stabilise things is by reinforcing it this way and use it as a jabbing motion from here. That would be as if the person was a little bit further away, I could use that jabbing motion. Now a lot of places teach this, the jab, to allow this hand to slide through there, through the grip. I don't. I would do it exactly the same way as if I was doing it with a short handle, and I would extend both hands like this. And people say, well, you know, you could grab the shaft of the baton, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to stand there and let somebody grab my defensive weapon. I would simply go to something else. They could grab it in any position. Anything can happen. So this is what I do. Long-handed baton, long-handed extended grip. Again, short jabs. And that allows you again to deliver good strikes. The next one I like is a hammer fist, if you like, using the shaft of the baton. And I am coming down on either the clavicle or the carotid artery. You can also turn it into a back fist. That tends to be a little bit slower because obviously you've got to come across and then back. And I'm not whipping with the end here, I'm literally making contact with the bit where my fist would be. Okay. The next one I tend to use is, I think over here in the UK we call it a fluid strike motion, where we deliver the strike, but as we do we turn the baton. So it comes out this way and down through this way, and that would normally be to a leg or an arm or something like that. Now you can do that if you're looking to dissuade somebody, keep them at a bit of a distance, give them a bit of a telling off if you like. It's certainly not going to put somebody down. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate that. I'm going to demonstrate that on Bob, on his body, obviously because he's got no arms or legs. Okay. And all I'm doing is I'm pulling with this arm and punching forward with this arm. So you get that kind of whipping motion. And you can do that to the leg as well. You can also use it in the long handle form here. Now there's two things you've got to be wary of. I wouldn't recommend using it with the handle presenting to the target, like so, because sometimes this can catch on clothing, on shoulders, collarbones, and you can disarm yourself. Similarly, coming this way, if you have your hand too close to the handle, the L handle, as the baton strikes, again, it can loosen your grip and you can end up disarming yourself. So if you are going to do it, have the handle with your thumb slightly away from the L grip here, and then use it like a long handle baton. The other one I favour, I call it the war axe, is basically that. And I grabbed down this end of the shaft and I use that as a war hammer. I would do that to the head, to the back of the head, to the spine, to the solar plexus, or to the clavicles if I could get it. But it's quite a devastating shot. So I'll demonstrate on Bob's head here. Collarbone, ribs. I also like from here the uppercut. So if somebody was in close, they were closing the gap, I can deliver a short jab, T-bar to push them away, or the uppercut. And I can deliver the uppercut with this, with the end here, the short end, or I can deliver it with my elbow coming through. What else? They tend to be the ones that I like the best. Hammer fists, the short jab, the T-bar, the fluid strike shot, and this one as well for distance, using the long shaft of the baton. And that's about it really. If I get someone over soon, then I'll see if I can show some like the locks, the takedowns, the pressure points, and the control and restraint stuff. So yep, hope you found that okay, mate, and good luck.